Welcome back everybody. Here I'm just teaching you some more things about the PHP, MyAdmin and MySQL database. Okay, so this is it. So I just want to teach you that why to use the database or specifically the MySQL database. So first of all, we have to use the database for saving and storing our data which we receive from the forms or any other source. Okay, so the thing is that there are some questions about the database, that how much databases a website needs and how much database we should create for a website, and what kind of database can save or can store, by the way. So the first thing for that, we only need one database for any website and we can store all of its things in a single database. For example, this website is actually a shopping website, and here you can see that this is all of the orders and this is all of the products. Actually, I'm just telling it proposed, so by the way. And this is another table. Okay, these are tables. So this table is for saving its images. So really simple and really easy to understand. So generally a website needs only one database and a lot of tables. And what is the difference between tables and why to create multiple tables? So for example, we have to create a single table for all of our clients or users. For example, if we just talk about the Facebook, so it created a single, I don't know about the policy of Facebook basically, but I'm just telling you which actually does by general people. So actually they created a single table for their users, another table for their employees. Okay, so this is a specialty of database, that we just don't save or store data randomly. We can save our data in specific places and specific points. Okay, and they stored their employee data in other table. Okay, in same database but other table, and they stored their images in other database, other table, and videos in other tables, and their general posts in other tables. And maybe a lot more. This is according to their uses and their usage, by the way. So the best example of a database is a cupboard. Okay, for example, we have a cupboard, so obviously we can't store our things or our dresses, our papers directly to the cupboard randomly. Obviously we have a lot of drawers in our single cupboard, so we have options to save or store our files in the top area, some, for example, some private files in the locked area, and some general files in a middle area, a lot of things. So in this way we can store the data on the database. So first of all, how to create a database? So simply click on new. This is one way to create. And other way is, I'm just going to the I'm inside the database naptel.pk. So first of all, I have to go back here on this server. So now here is the option to create a database. I can see all the database and I can create it another databases as well. So if I just click here, I have to put the database name, and then generally I have to click. I don't need to do anything with this option, the format. So by the way, here I have another option. If I just click on new, then they will automatically send me on this page the databases. Here just click on the database name and just type the database name. I'm just typing PHP course, any name you can type, and just simply click on create. Okay, now when I just created a database, you can see the database here. This is our previous database which I just showed you, and this is a new database, the PHP course. Okay, now here they are just asking me to create tables. Okay, no table found in database. Actually this is totally empty database, the PHP course. I'm just typing here users. Okay, I can type anything. I'm just typing users. Now they're asking me for columns. Interesting. If you just use the Excel or Access, the MS Excel or MS Access, or general tables on which you just create in MS Word or any other sources, so actually the table is just like MS Excel. Okay, we just store our data in columns, in actually rows, and in the database tables, the columns actually called fields. Okay, they are just showing me the text column, but actually called field. Okay, so here I just type the users and how much columns I need. This is the question. For example, if I just made this page, I'm just creating a database for this page. So first of all, the username, the email address, the subject of the submission. Okay, so I'm just changing the name of the database actually. See here? Now I'm just putting the comment here in this way. I'm just going to the PHP forms again now. The name, the email address, the subject, the gender. Okay, the skills, the country, and the comments, and now just click on submit button. So how to create a database for this? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, these are 3, but obviously you know that only one can send, so I'm just sending you only one. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I need 10 columns and one for the ID. Okay, always remember that we have to create an extra cell, actually not the cell, generally the extra field, which is called the column, for the IDs of single row. I'm just typing 11 and just clicking on the go button. I just get the area to design this comment named table. Here I'm just typing comments instead of simple comment. Okay, comments. So here actually we are just typing the column names. Okay, the first column, it is just looking like the rows, but actually this is a column, and actually we are just about to creating the columns, so that is why it is just looking like this. The first column should be ID, the second should be name, and the third should be email address, email, and don't put any space or hyphen, generally just put the underscore. This is the recommended way. And then the subject. Okay, after that, what is it? Actually the gender, and then skill 1, skill 2, skill 3, skill 4, and here the country, select a country, so country, and then comments. Interesting, I just made all the things, but what is the type? Actually they are just asking us that what type of this single raw, this single field can be. The ID should be integer, so I'm just choosing integer. The name should not be integer. Okay, just be aware that it should be text. Okay, and the email address should be text, obviously, and the subject should be text. The gender should be text, obviously, because by gender and skill we just send the value of single input, so all them should be text, approximately all them. Okay, and what is varchar? The mean of the varchar is actually various character. It supports the strings and the integers as well. If you just want to create a field where you think that you can put the integers and the text as well, so you can create the varchar. I'm just typing text here as well. Now the other thing is, in text, if just simply type, for example, we should choose text for phone numbers or cell numbers. However, we will just put the numbers, but you know that in PHP that we can send or we can type any numbers in a string way, but the problem is that in that way the numbers can't be multiplyable or addable or deletable. Sorry, not deletable, actually subtractable, means we can't perform any mathematical functions for them with them. So by the way, I just simply created a table, and here I just typed single column, every single column name, which is actually called field. Then I just mentioned the type. So now we don't need to mention the length as well. The int has automatically 11. Okay, as you know that this is a very big number, the 11, and the text doesn't need. But if you just create the various character, then you have to mention the length as well. So after that, don't do any other thing. Don't mess with the default collation attribute, anything, or null. Okay, just directly go to the index here after the null and index and the AI. Okay, this is only for the ID, the top column, which actually not here, but actually we are just creating this column, the ID column, for collecting our data and sorting our data. Okay, so here I'm just mentioning only with the ID, the index should be primary. Okay, this is the primary. Okay, they are just asking us about the size and different things. I'm just clicking on go simply. The AI means auto increment. It will be auto incremented whenever we just insert a new row. Obviously we don't insert anything in ID will be obviously, you know that there in this form there isn't anything for ID, so ID will be automatically incremented after every new row. So I just ticked out the AI, which means auto increment. Okay, so and one thing more, that we can only auto increment only one field from all the table, all single table. And then I just choose the primary. The primary is actually a unique key as well, but difference between the primary and the unique is that primary can be only one in any actually table. Okay, but we can create multiple unique fields, but primary must be only one. We can create multiples. So what the primary can do, actually, by the primary key, this is a primary key, so by the primary keys we can handle our table, we can sort, we can delete, and all other things. So now what I'm just doing, actually, simply the storage engine, I'm just choosing DB, nothing to be changed. Okay, don't mess anything, just simply type the name, mention the type, and to the ID field, just mention it as primary key, and just click on auto increment, means AI. And then don't need to preview the SQL, simply click on save button. I'm just clicking there. We got the whole table. You can see we are in this structure, and our first field, the ID, it has a key. It means actually this is the, and you can see that it is auto incremented as well, and this is primary key. Okay, and this is another, and all of them are actually text, and automatically get some kind of collations, and automatically get no and other things, but it actually the integer. So as I said that it will automatically get the 11, so it has. Now if I just click on browse, then I'll get nothing. MySQL returned an empty result set, 0 rows. Why the 0 rows? Because there isn't anything in this table, the table comments, so that is why we are just having the 0 rows and nothing as result. But if I just click on orders, then I'll teach you here. I'm in the naptail.pk. If I just click on orders, then you can find a lot of orders here. Okay, I'm going back. If I just click on post, so you can see that there are a lot of different posts and a lot of data. But when I just go to the PHP course, there is only one table. When I just click on table, comments table, which is the table of PHP course, there is nothing. So guys, I'll teach you some more things about the MySQL tables in next class. Stay tuned and goodbye.